record on this computer. Okay, wonderful. All right, so welcome to Citation Management with Zotero. I am Jessica Martinez. I'm the science librarian here. There's a librarian for every college. So whoever you are and whatever you're working with, researching, studying, there's someone who's specifically there to help you. And if that is in sciences, that's me. So we'll just get started today with why use a citation manager? Because it's going to save you so much time. I recommend starting with a citation manager early in your research process, because you'll keep everything organized. You'll have it all there, and you won't waste any time crafting and recrafting citations and bibliographies. We had someone in a citation workshop a few years ago, and she had done her master's degree a few decades ago, and then was coming back to do her PhD, and like almost started crying at the workshop. She was just like, this would have saved me, like weeks of my life were spent working on my citations and bibliography when I did my master's. So that is why to use a citation manager. Then why use Zotero? Zotero is open source. And it's not for profit, which means they won't sell your data. A lot of free things do sell your data, but Zotero won't. They're from the same company that does Firefox. So they're a rather principled group. So that's nice. It's also free, which is a main reason. It's one of the citation managers that we actually offer a workshop on. It's because it's accessible to everyone. And then it has online access and a downloadable application. So today I'm going to show you both what the online account looks like and what the downloadable application looks like. And probably if you're using them, you'll be using them together. They work in conjunction. And it means that wherever you go, you will have your citations. So, which is just very handy. So if you're ever like on a public computer, you can still access your Zotero account. There are other citation managers. This is from a library guide that we have that goes over different citation managers. And for those of you in the chat, I can send you the, if you put your emails in the box, or send your emails, I can send you the handout that just has some shortcuts, and it also has the website for this. But talk about some of the pros and cons of some of these other citation managers. These are the three main free or free-ish ones. EndNote is not free, but through our university access to Web of Science, you have access to the online version of EndNote. It is less than ideal, in my opinion. If you pay for the full version, I think it's pretty good, but the online version I think is difficult to use and very limited, and you will also lose access to it when you lose your University of Idaho email. So if you have to use it because you're working with people who are using it, you can, but I don't recommend it as like your sole citation manager. The other option is Mendeley, which is another free product, and some people really like it. It is not what I use, obviously, but is another good option. And then obviously we have Zotero, which we're talking about today. Oh, here's the research guide. I guess I links to it. So if you have some more questions, it's on the libguides.uidaho/citation management. I'll put this in the chat box real quick if you want to see that. All right. So if you have a different citation manager, maybe from a different university or place you've worked, you can import citations into Zotero from other citation managers. It's under Zotero support. They have, you can see here, they have instructions for wherever you happen to have those other references and citations stored. So that's a possibility. Okay, so actually getting started. If you go to zotero.org, they have the option to download the application and or create an account to use it online. And your account will link your desktop application and your online account, so your citations will be wherever you are. So once you have created your Zotero account, then you can start collecting citations and doing your research. And one of the easiest way, there are a lot of ways you could approach all of your citation gathering, but the way I find it easiest is to download the Chrome extension called Zotero Connector, and you do it in the Chrome Web Store. And it's just a little plugin that then goes right on top of your web browser, right next to your search box, that captures all the data from whatever page you're on and stores that citation. So it's, I mean, you can have all your tabs open, you can be, deep in the research process, and it's just click, click, click. I'm saving all of them. So if you get that Zotero connector, it's just this little button is always there. And it'll sometimes look different depending on how it's going to store the page. Like this is going to store this as a PDF. Sometimes it's going to take a web screenshot or a screenshot of the website if you're on a website, or store information if it's a book that you're looking at, the book information page. But it makes it very quick. It's not. You can also, so that's for the, that will save it to your online account and your desktop application. This is what your desktop application looks like. This is just my Zotero. You can also, if you hit the little wand, you can put in an ISBN or DOI, any of those numbers or identifiers, and that will also add it to your library. That makes sense. From there, if you're in your desktop application, so once you've gathered your citations, either using the plugin or through here, then you can organize them in folders, individual folders and group folders. And so on the desktop application, you have, these are your individual folders, and then these are your group libraries. And to begin a group library, you have to create your group in the online version. So this is what's really great if you're collaborating with other people, is you can create a group and then you can all save all of your citations together. This is especially nice if you're working at different institutions that might have different access to articles, because then you all have access to the same stuff. So you go to groups, create a group, and then you'll see here that I have 2 different groups. And so those are separate groups. That it's just like me and one other person, but like they don't see each at the other folder. You can only see the folder you're sharing with them. Okay, you can also create a citation from scratch with Zotero Bib. This is just another tool that you can use if you're just wanting to create one citation or having a little bit of trouble. You want a citation, but you don't want to add it to your Zotero account in Zotero Bib, and you just put in the URL, ISBN, DOI, and they have, I mean, thousands of different citation styles that it can create citations for you with. And there's no ads, because a lot of the citation managers, or like the citation generators that at least I was using a few years ago, all just had got so many ads and got so bogged down. So this is really nice and clean looking. From there, organizing citations. So again, we're back to folders. You can create a folder by clicking on the little manila envelope, and then you'll type in the name, and then you just drag and drop. So you'll be in My Library, and My Library is everything that you have, and then you can just drag and drop. And just a brief explanation for why I'm not doing all of this live. I don't usually rely on screenshots to teach things, but I don't have Zotero downloaded on this computer because it's not my computer. So that is why we have all these lovely screenshots. So folders equals collections. Here, it'll say new collection. So these are libraries. This is a folder or collection. And then you can have lots of different projects you're working on and keep everything really well organized. Then within your folders, you can add tags, and it'll auto-generate some for you. But then you can tag articles. So while you're reading, if you're creating an annotated bibliography or just notes for a literature review, those tags will help you find things quickly. You know, if you have 30 papers, you're like, oh, well, which ones covered open textbooks? Click the tag, and there you go. I don't have a separate slide for it, but there's also notes here, and so you can put your quotes in there. You can put any note taking, so it's all in one place. So you don't have to have like a separate document for your notes. You can also, okay, so you can also bring in your saved searches and any feeds that you have. So let's say you're starting to write a paper, you're starting a research project, and you want to make sure that you have all of the newest information, all the newest published articles or blog posts, anything like that. You can click the little brown folder icon and put in the URL for either your saved search from a database or the RSS feed from a blog, and then it'll just pull those things into your Zotero. And if you have questions about how to do that, we can talk later, or you can, anytime, you can always email me or ask any librarian who's at the reference desk or on doing chat reference. But that way you have it all right there. You can pull it into a folder and then look at it later at your convenience. So, okay, let's say you have all of your citations, you've gathered all of them, you've done your reading, you're ready to write your paper. How do you insert citations and create a bibliography? So the great thing about Zotero is that there are It is embedded in Word, as well as Google Docs, which I'll show you, and LibreOffice, which I do not have. But if you have it, you can use it, and Zotero is embedded in it. So this happens automatically when you download the Zotero software application, is that Zotero becomes one of your tabs in Word. So that is there. And what you'll do is you'll click on it, and then this page comes up, and you'll click Add or Edit a Citation. You'll select which style you're supposed to be writing in, and they have a lot. And then you'll say, okay. And then you only select that citation style once. This red bar will pop up, and you just start typing in the author name or the title name. And in this instance, Hannigan 1994 has popped up. And when you have the right paper, you just hit enter twice, and it inserts the citation for you. So then, let's say you've written an article and it was all in MLA, and then it doesn't get accepted to that journal, or your professor changes their mind. I don't know, a million different scenarios, and you have to change citation styles. This is where using a citation manager will save you so much time and frustration, is that all you have to do to change the citation style is you go into document preferences and you select a different citation style. And that's like 3 clicks instead of, I don't know, like 3 hours of like redoing your formatting. Yeah. So that is really easy. This is how you insert a citation in Google Docs. It's almost, I mean, looks a lot the same. Is there's just automatically a Zotero tab now, and you add and edit a citation. And just like in Word, you will need to have, if you want to use Google Docs or Word, you'll need to have your desktop application running to add and edit a citation. So that's how to do in-text citations. And then to create a bibliography, you add and edit a bibliography. You just click that, and it takes, you'll see here that I have the Hannigan citation and the Gravois citation, and it just takes all the citations that you have in the paper that you have used and takes those and creates a bibliography. If you want to add sources that you didn't use in your actual text of your paper, you can add those citations manually in, or here's how to do it. It's Zotero, add edited bibliography. So for Zotero or Word, it looks like that. But if you want to create a bibliography that's different than what's just in your text, you can highlight everything you want to include in a bibliography in, this is your desktop application, and then you just create a bibliography from items. So you can do it automatically in the desktop application if you want a broader bibliography, or like sources referenced, or like, yeah, a different kind of list. And when you create the bibliography from item, it'll just do it. It gives you a few items or options. You can save it as a Word doc or a text file, or it'll just let you copy it to a clipboard. So you can just then paste it right into your document. All right. Okay. Oh, man. These are the other graduate student essentials, but they're all done now. Okay. Any questions about, I know that went so fast. That was just like, there's a lot, but I think Oh yeah, for LaTeX. Okay, so the question is, I think there's a connection with Overleaf using an API key for those of you who use LaTeX. I do not know about LaTeX, but for anyone who does want to know about LaTeX, we are having a workshop on LaTeX on October 30th. So if you want to get some tips on very easily formatting anything, or formatting your documents, it's just a way to do that. And it's especially useful if you use mathematical formulas in anything you write. Yeah. Oh, yay. I'm glad you're going to attend. I guess I'll stop recording. Thank you for everyone who watches this recording eventually.